She's very erratic, but she verbalizes us. It's scary. I shake. I'm scared for myself and my husband. We're very old, and
If you have not given a written notice to vacate, I'm not able to grant you an eviction. Good
is it a
afternoon.
good afternoon?
Thank you both for being here. I don't see anyone present for the defendant, Ms. Maldonado. It is just us with the court now. All right,
Can
I
I?
do see that she received a return of service. We got that back. So she was served in person by Corporal Gaitan, and that did take place, and she returned that to us. So the defendant did receive service. All right. Ms. Castaneda, Mr. Castaneda, who would like to take the lead and tell me about the case?
I will.
All right, Ms. Castaneda, why was this case filed?
She's very erratic, and she doesn't ever hurt us, but she verbalizes us, and it's scary. I shake. I have to call the police all the time because I'm scared for myself and my husband. We're very old, and we can't defend ourselves. She tells me she's not going to hurt me, but it I can't trust that. So I have to call the police. She right now is in Travis County Correctional Complex. We've had a couple of weeks, I don't want to say nice, but calm here at the house because she's not here. She's in jail, and yeah, it's just disheartening to have to do this.
All right. Ms. Castaneda, let me ask you a few questions then.
Okay.
In the relationship that you have with Ms. Maldonado, do you, it sounds like you share a home with her, is that correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
she lives in a back bedroom.
All right. And it's not required that you charge rent. Texas does not require that for a lease. But did you charge her rent?
No,
Okay, so there's no rent. That's fine. And did you put in writing a letter to her that says, you scare me, I fear for my life, you need to move out?
no, we just did it with the police, and they suggested that we do it this way.
When you say you did it with the police, what does that mean?
Well, when I would talk to them, they would tell me, you know, how to protect myself. Just keep calling them, and stuff like that. And yeah, I just somebody just suggested that maybe we should evict her, and that's what we decided to do.
Okay. Ms. Castaneda, Mr. Castaneda, the first step in the eviction process is that you have to tell the person you want to evict in writing that you want to evict them. And you have to
But
do that
in
before you
writing,
file it with court.
oh dang,
So
yeah.
that's my question is, before you came to court and filed it, did you put a letter in the mail or email it to her that says, I'm scared and you've got to move?
And I just told her verbally all the time.
Okay. Ms. Castaneda, Mr. Castaneda, I absolutely empathize with your concerns. It sounds like you're in a situation that's difficult. Unfortunately, if you have not given a written notice to vacate, I'm not able to grant you an eviction because that's a necessary first step. Now, Ms. Castaneda, Mr. Castaneda, nothing says you
It's
can't still pursue that.
okay.
What I would,
So what do we do?
I can give you that, I can definitely give you that information. I cannot advise you to do anything, but a
Right,
good
right.
first start would be to contact the Travis County Law Library.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the phone number. All right. I'm not going to share my screen and get us out of the way. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the phone number.
Okay.
The Travis County Law Library has information that they could assist you with how to file an eviction. You can also, they have what's called an eviction guide and file, and they can ask you some questions. Their phone number is 512. Actually, let me ask. Ms. Castaneda, Mr. Do y'all have paper and pen?
Yes, somebody's writing it for me.
Okay, fantastic. It's 512-854-8677. 512-854-8677.
Okay.
Okay. They have free resources there, and there are very specific instructions that they can give you. First step toward an eviction. They even have sample letters of things if you're interested in pursuing it that way. But just in general, the first step is you have to give a written notice to the tenant that you wish them to move and they need to move by a certain timeline and the reason why. I'm giving you 24 hours or 3 days or 5 days because you didn't pay rent, because you threatened me, because you have an illegal dog in the premises, whatever the violation is. Okay, it sounds like you're alleging a conduct violation, that she's
Yes,
threatening you. You give a written notice. You give a timeline. If the tenant does not move by that timeline, then you can come to court and file for the eviction. And that's then what will take place exactly the way you did it. You file the case, the constable would go out and give a notice, and then we have a hearing within 21 days. At that point, we would, if the defendant is here, the defendant could answer. If the defendant does not appear, it may be that you would automatically win by default, and then the eviction judgment would go forward. Okay?
okay. So
Okay.
that means when she gets out, she can come back here?
Ms. Castaneda, I can't actually answer that because I'm not sure of the charges she's facing, what her bond conditions are. I certainly, if you contact legal aid or the law library, you can let them know about the situation that's occurring, that she was arrested, and they may be able to give you information about your rights if indeed you're the victim or the alleged victim of a crime. There might be some other stay away options that are in there. I can't answer that definitively though, because I'm not the lawyer and I have not seen her bond conditions, but there may be something on that as well.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
All right. Today I'm going to say it's for lack of service. It would be a plaintiff take nothing. You are not at all prevented from trying again. Please do look into the specific ways to give a notice to vacate though. Okay.
Okay.
Very best of luck to you both. I hope you are safe. Thank you for coming.